Tom Scheve, everybody.
Oh, guys, it's so good to be here. What's up? How's it going? Asheville's awesome, man. You know what you're thinking? Oh, he's from Asheville. He's going to try and gay marry all of us. I'm not ready to settle down yet. I'm grappling with the big issues today. Maybe you guys can help me. Do you guys think it's appropriate to wear spandex bicycle shorts to a funeral? If you arrive by bicycle taxi? I'm asking for a friend who's getting buried this Saturday. I slept in today. Sleeping till noon is the poor man's golf. That's what I think. That's what my dad always used to tell me back in the projects. He said, son, someday this barbecue pit will be yours. I was like, Dad, this is public property. You can't. Thank you. Go to work. Get a job, Dad. This is... Took a walk with my girlfriend today. I think it's important to work out with your significant other in case they are secretly training for a final confrontation. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to get caught off guard or anything. Stay in shape. Got a daughter. I took my daughter to a UNC women's basketball game. I found out something. If you are a woman who likes dressing in business suits and slapping other women on the ass, you're going to love coaching women's basketball. Get on that. I do have a kid. Where are my parents at? In here. Where are my parents at? Where are my parents at? How come they never come to my shows? This is demoralizing. I went to a support group for adoptees for 10 years before my sponsor took me aside and told me they weren't my real support group. That was a hurtful way to find out your parents really are your parents. That was totally unnecessary. They did a study recently. It turns out that unprotected sex burns more calories by slowly raising your metabolism over the next 20 years until your kid moves out of the house. So I'm always looking to lose weight. That's cool. I don't know. When you guys make a sandwich for someone, do you do the mom cut where you cut it diagonally, or do you do the dad cut where you eat 60% of the sandwich? Which one are you guys? I'm a single dad. Sometimes I feel like I'm being judged, you know, because I'll be out in public with my daughter. Got no wedding ring on. We're standing inside the gas station beer cave. You know, I'm like, no. She had icicles on her nose when we got here. Don't even. We'll stay here all day until she picks which beer we're drinking. This is her birthday. She gets to pick today. She's 8. It's special. I was in a gas station recently and they had a stack of hand baskets. And I was like, if you're getting so much stuff in a gas station that you need a basket, you're making some terrible financial decisions in your life. Like, I like some over-the-counter drugs at hospital prices. That's you know, all girls in school. I thought about homeschooling my daughter, but then I took a tour of the homeschool she would be attending. That place is a dump, man. Kids shouldn't even be living there. Are you kidding me? No. I made a deal with her. I was like, you're going to go to public school, but I'll save up so you can go to home college. Yeah. I said tuition pretty much equals the cost of weed in the teacher's lounge, a.k.a. the master bedroom. I don't know. I try to turn every moment into like a teaching opportunity, and several years back I was downtown. I was walking with my daughter Zoe. We were on the sidewalk, and we encountered a wino passed out and covered in his own urine. So I turned it into a Scared Straight program for potty training. So it's like, do you see this man? Don't be like him. He could have gone potty 20 minutes ago in the liquor store. But he told his daddy he could wait. Now look at him. I love my daughter, but I think that people who don't believe in spanking have never stepped on a Lego. Like, oh, I love you. Like, oh, you're dead to me. Oh. I'm balling on a budget, though. I've got to set realistic expectations for my daughter. So when she was little, like I'd sing her lullabies. You know that Mockingbird lullaby? There's like some big promises in that Mockingbird lullaby. There's a lot of pressure on a bird to sing. You know, if I just bought a bird, that thing better sing if the next thing is a diamond ring. A silver mine? No, we're sticking on the bird, man. Makes me tweaks like a hush. Little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird won't sing, Papa's gonna get you another mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Papa's gonna convince you mockingbirds do not sing. A diamond ring, you crazy kid! I get a diamond ring? Your mom didn't even get a diamond ring. That's why she's not here with us. That's why we're eating cereal for dinner. All right. There's this phrase I've been hearing a lot lately that's been getting on my nerves. That phrase is, "This ain't my first rodeo." I think it's only appropriate to use that phrase if you're physically present at your second rodeo. That's it. My uncle's a cold case detective. I mean, the cases are white hot when he gets them. He's just a terrible detective. He never solved a one, man. I've been seeing a lot of people getting tattoos on their fingers of little mustaches. I don't know if you guys have seen that. They get a little mustache tattooed on their fingers so that when someone takes a picture of them, they can be like, yeah, that'll never get old, man. Like 50 years from now, like, all right, everybody, get around Grandpa Cheese. And you're like, yeah! Okay, Grandpa, still hilarious. Every family photo for half a century. That's pretty good gag. That's pretty good. I'm putting all my chips on the table. I'm going to get a tattoo on my lip of a finger with a mustache tattooed on the finger. No regrets, man. Right. So I think the best time to find out you're reading between the lines is when you're doing cocaine off a Kindle. Oh, some readers. Good. Excellent, man. I like where I live. I've got the most judgmental neighbors, though. I always see them scowling at me when I'm mowing my yard at 3 a.m. wearing my night vision goggles. You guys don't even see, right? I like to sleep. I got a memory foam mattress. I like to lie down on the memory foam mattress and then get up and look at the impression of my body and pretend I'm the invisible man having an out-of-body experience. Just fry my brain, man. Fry my brain. You guys look like a crowd that loves impressions. That's my impression. Sam the Giant. Here's my impression of my rock, paper, scissors coach right before the big game with the town barber. Show me the rock. That's good advice. Here's my impression of a workaholic gardener during sex. I bet this isn't the only bush around here that needs my attention. Oh man. Hey, is it just me, or are the women working at Goodwill who are required to be there by court order slightly hotter than the volunteers who are free to leave? Is that... You know what I'm saying? A little community service edge on them, man. I like it. Everyone's got a type. Mine is broken. That's... All right, man. The type of girls down at the county courthouse squirming in the bench, reeking of Marlboros and looking guilty as shit. That's... Cowboy hat and cowboy boots, ain't never rode a horse, giddy up, girl. That's all right with me. I think the term stalker has too many negative connotations. I prefer night ranger. I like a girl with a little meat on her bones, man, to be frank. I like a little bigger, man. I think little stretch marks on a woman are sexy. Little stretch marks on her hips and her thighs and her butt. It's like making love to a lazy tiger. Oh man. I'm taking some shrooms now and then. Clear out the old cobwebs. The more cobwebs out of there. If you don't know, in between hallucinogenic use, cobwebs form in your brain. And the only way to get them out is to take some more hallucinogens. I don't want to get the whole science of the thing. It's not a discovery program, but it's taking my word for it. The weirdest things always happen, like weird coincidences and things, like when you're shrooming, you know? It's always when you're shrooming. It's weird. Last time I was shrooming, man, me and my buddy, we ended up on the front steps of this church in our neighborhood, right? Holding this impromptu witch trial for this old neighbor lady, you know? And convicted her, guilty of witchcraft. The old neighbor lady who sells vegetables, you're guilty! Right? So everything's like steady as she goes right now, right? Everything's normal. And so we get the stake belt and lit, you know, and she's like strapped on and smell of burning hair wafting through the air, you know. And then suddenly she's like, I want to lawyer up! And we're like, fuck! Fuck! I didn't know you could do that! Fuck! And get her off the stake, put her out, you know, like, all right. Next weekend we're taking DMT though, and the appellate court's not so lenient, maybe. Not so lenient. You guys like using birth control or nah? So much more fun when you don't, is it not? So much more exciting. Gambling, throwing the dice against the wall, man. Let's risk our finances fucking forever, girl. Yeah! Yeah! A lot of different forms of birth control, you know, and so, you know, religious faith, roulette wheel, you know, stair steps, whatever. There's different failure rates, you know, you gotta be careful. There's one birth control method where you put a woman's legs over your shoulders, yeah, and you thrust as deeply as possible with no protection. And then when you climax deep inside her, you yell, I want a baby! That's a 99% failure rate, guys, so be careful. Be careful with that one. Me and my girlfriend use a diaphragm. Is anyone else having sex in the 1890s? Is that... Diaphragm takes a lot of trust, because you can't really tell upon initial entry if there's a diaphragm in play, you know? And I'm sure out there's like some sick woman who's telling her lover she's got a diaphragm, but she really doesn't. And the, you know, chance that that sick woman could be my girlfriend really turns me on, man. Who cares, right? Whatever. Women have to go to the doctor to get fitted for diaphragms. Can you imagine if men had to go to the doctor to get fitted for condoms? Can you imagine? Condom use would drop to 0%. That's down from its current 4%. No man wants to go to the doctor to a specialist with exact measuring tools. Get the final word on that, you know? Like, I don't know, doc, are we starting from like the back of the knee and like over and down, or base to tip? Fuck. Oh, man. Whenever I'm trying to decide whether or not I should wash my hands, I use the 5-second rule, where I'm like, how long was my finger in her ass? Yeah, I better wash them. Oh, man. Oh, this is a true story I'm about to tell you. I've got a good friend who's an emergency room nurse at Mission Hospital. And I was talking to him, and I was like, what do you see a lot of in the emergency room? And he was like, well, we see a lot of car crashes and moped accidents and drunken mishaps and people getting things stuck inside their rectums. And I'm like what? And he goes, believe it or not, a lot of times, sweet potatoes. I swear to God, sweet potatoes. And I'm like, why sweet potatoes? And he goes, because they grow in all different shapes and sizes. So for every rectum, there's a perfectly shaped sweet potato out there. For your rectum, for everyone's rectum, there's a perfectly shaped sweet potato. Which could be like a good slogan for the sweet potato industry, you know. Not real appealing, but you gotta play your strong suit, you know. Don't puncture your colon with a banana. Find a perfectly rectum shaped sweet potato. And I'm like, well, what do? You just go in there and pull it out? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. He's like, he goes, sometimes if it's too far in there, we have to cut them open. Yeah, that's mean you've been partying pretty hard. You need an emergency C-section to remove your rectal potato. That's getting down. That's good. You gotta find a whole nother hospital after that, too. You can't. A week later, go to the same hospital, like, Jesus, another sweet potato? Like, no, I still got the stitches from last. I just have a little fever, guys. I just know. I go, who's sticking sweet potatoes inside their rectums? He goes, most of the time it's really old men. Really old men. And their ashamed old wife or their grown kid has to bring them into the hospital. That's gotta be a horrifying moment for an old man who's just lost his sweet potato, you know? That's a moment of truth. You're like, whoop, no, no, no! Why did I get such a perfectly rectum-shaped sweet potato? There's no wiggle room. You gotta think about it, man. Finally, you gotta make that decision to ask for help, you know? I need help. I need a lot of help, but the first kind I need is getting this potato out of my rectum. If it was me and they were like, do you want us to call an ambulance? I'd be like, no. I want to tell this story one time at the hospital. I don't want to open my gig in the ambulance. I'm going to give a repeat performance. And I said, what do they say when the old man comes in with a sweet potato stuck inside him? He goes, almost all of them say, that's the craziest thing, Doc. So there I was, walking through the garden. And I slipped, and something or the other, maybe a perfectly rectum-shaped sweet potato, something or the other. Doc, so my friend, the emergency room nurse, said, tie a string around it. Guys, tie a string around it. Give the guys in the ER a fighting chance. And I think put something nice up there too, like some candy or something. They work long shifts, you know? And they're just like, yep, we got, I know what this is. Another sweet potato, put in the bucket with the rest. All right, there's something else in here. A bouquet of flowers, Tom. Oh, I was already slipping in the garden. I think I'll slip on something nice for you guys. So, hey guys, my name is Tom Scheve. Thank you so much. Great to have you.